It's snowing. It's a bit windy. We're about to start an island hopper journey around the Outer Hebrides. This is going to be one epic road trip that I've been planning for ages. Midges. They're swarming everywhere. And I'm sunburnt, if you didn't know. So we've got the after sun. And we've got the smidge. I don't know if this works. Everyone says it does, everyone says it doesn't. So I don't know. But we've got it. I've never tried it. Why not? Let's go to our first little adventure today. Today's plan is a simple plan. An explorer's kind of plan. We are up on the Duke's Pass around the Trossachs at the moment. And we've got to be in Mallaig, which is the other side of Fort William, right over on the coast, ready to catch a ferry, the first ferry to the Isle of Skye. Very, very quiet here last night. But the first point of call, we're going up to Ben Ann. It's a hill that I've always wanted to climb, and I figured, do you know what, this is a great stopover on the way to Mallaig. From here, we pass through, I think we're passing through Glencoe, Fort William, because I want to stock up on a few bits around Fort William, then head past the Glenfinnan Viaduct up towards Mallaig. Beach park up, so I want to get there fairly early at a decent time. There's the welcomes. Please stay the night. There's a midgie inside the van. Ah, not anymore. I'm a ninja. We are gonna get just pure views on views for this whole adventure. Just pure views on views. This is the Duke's Pass. It's quite a gnarly sort of path. Coming up here last night, switchbacks everywhere and everything, but it's a nice wide enough road. It's just you start the corner and all of a sudden it just whips round. This is why you come to Scotland. Not the midgies, not the weather, but the views. Just round this corner in the distance, that random little stump of mountain that just sticks out above absolutely all of them. I'll get round this corner and you'll see it again. Just there, that's where we're going. And it just sits there, towering above absolutely everything. There's a Highland queue. I promise you, I'm not going to complain fully about the midgies the whole video. We'll see how that goes first though. That stings on sunburn. I'm a mong, I need to go pay for parking. A fiver for the day. You can't complain at that, can you? I want to go and have a look at the lock down there, and then we come back up here, up the mountain, but I need a bit of breakfast first. I've still got to keep in mind that rain is likely soon. It's a bit chilly up here actually. The rain's likely soon, so I want to get up there and get back down before I get soaked. There's the lock, just down there. The path's boggy as anything, so I'm not walking down there, but there's the lock. Breakfast time. I'm a child, why not? I got myself a smaller backpack for this hike with a new water bladder, because mine was absolutely minging. So I just moved everything from my old backpack to my new backpack, and I think it's time we start going up the hill. It's going to be interesting to see how I react on this hike, because I've been out of the hiking sort of scene for quite a while, and it already starts off a really steep path. Apart from that path can do one, but look at that. Ah, cute little bridge. We might be able to see that little river that I've been hearing gushing everywhere. See, look at that. Oh, the little one down there, all the way up there, but can you hear how loud it is, but how little amount of water there is? That is solely because there is no noise pollution here. This is absolutely, I've just seen in the reflection of the camera, that's the path I've got to go up. This is absolutely amazing. Oh. Ooh, that is a bit gnarly. Cloud cover's starting to come in, the wind's picking up too. Oh, that does look a bit gnarly. Into the forest. Can you think of anything better? I mean, and this isn't even the summit. Up there is, it's not that far, it's just a few more steps. But that viewpoint, let's go and finish this hike and get up to the summit point up there, shall we? We can get back down, count how many midgie bites I've got, and start making our way through to Mallaig. See, I said it right that time. Me smart. I do find my marbles. Oh wow! Got up to this little point just here. Oh my god! Look at. Wait till you see the other side. Look at that. Whoa! That's a tick off. Right, let's head back down to the van. And I made the amateur mistake of not going up a mountain with a full charger on my battery. My phone died halfway down. Luckily, Benan, it's a straight path up and down. You don't really need a map reading. Anyway, we're going to make a beeline towards Fort William now. This is going to be a mind-blowing scenic road trip. We're going to stop off a few times on the way. We're going to drive all through Glencoe. If you've ever wondered what that looks like, stay tuned. And then Fort William is where we're going to stock up on some essentials we need for the van. But this, I'm not going to complain about. Whoosh! Loch Venator. How cool is that? I'm guessing the water's normally higher than what it is, but it's still pretty. It's mad to think that we're not even in the Highlands yet. But on this drive, we will be passing into the Highlands. And that's where the whole world seems so tiny compared to it. I'm driving through this little village here, and it's called Kilmahog. I don't want to kill my hog. I've literally not even done 10 miles, and I saw a sign saying parking for Lenny Fools. So I was like, quick, straight in. There you go, there's the sign, Lenny Wood Car Park. And there's the actual parking sign. I haven't got a clue where I'm going. But on the map, it said, oh, run across the road. On the map, it said 15-minute walk. I don't know. I haven't got a clue. I had a quick look. I assume this might be the path. Something tells me I should have wore proper boots. But there's a gate there. What's happening here? I don't know. I don't know what's happening, but that's the whole point of exploring. I'm not getting through that padlock, am I? I'll keep going for a mooch and just have a look. It was like a review thing that said 15-minute walk. And I was like, I got 15 minutes, I can kill, why not? I was about to walk into that. Oh, we've come back here and I can hear water raging. It looks a bit choppy down there. Let's go and have a look. Oh, wow, look at the power down there, but it looked proper white up there. Oh, wow. Like, I'm a bit sketched out because, yeah, the path's a bit gnarly and a bit gone. But just over here, oh, can I step on that? Oh, 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 are you ready? Are you ready? Wow. The Falls of Lenny, look at that! I'll tell you what, before we go for a drive, I'm going to modify the van because there's a annoying rattle from that, and this is going to fix it. I picked it up from the festival from a guy called the Cuppa Guy, and it's anti-rattle discs. It's 2 discs that basically go in the bottom of the cup holders to stop that, basically. There you go. The Cuppa Guy. I'll leave his link in the website, in the description down below, but if you wanted to check it out anyway, it's at t5cuppa.co.uk, and they basically just, they're a perfect fit, and then the next one, just straight in, perfect! I've just checked the map, we're still 2 hours away from Fort William, and where tonight's park up is, it's probably about another hour and a half past that as well. Right, I need to get some mileage done, we need to get there, get some food, get sorted, and get down there, but that's the plan, it never plans out like that, we always end up stopping. Closing in on the Highlands, and lo and behold, I'm stuck behind one of the trucks from the company that I work for. Typical. I'm not really stuck behind him, to be fair, he's giving it some. He's a lot braver than me driving down this road. I've had a notification from Calmac Ferries, due to adverse weather forecasts, cancellations and disruptions are liable. And I was like, bollocks. Next one, straight away, weather forecast, storm gusts up to 70 mile an hour at Glasgow, and I'm in the Highlands, and we've got a fair few days of this as well, so we'll see how it goes. Let's just say that we can come up with a backup plan because there's millions of things to do as a road trip in Scotland. Let's face it, if the weather is horrendous, bucketing it down, we do more of a road trip rather than a sightseeing tour. Do you know what I mean? Go and drive around things. Hell, I've done the North Coast 500 in 5 days just as a road trip in that simple matter. So we could do something similar to the Northwest Coast or something. I don't know. We'll take it as it comes, shall we say. And no matter what, you drive through here, everyone, no matter how hard your life is, you do nothing but smile. Welcome to what's commonly known as Glencoe, but Glencoe is the actual village at the very end of this. But look how beautiful that is. If you've ever heard of the King's House Hotel, go in there and watch the deer, and you see loads of TikTok videos where people are feeding them and stuff. Top tip, they've got ANPR cameras on the way into that car park now, and it's like a £100 fine or something like that to be able to go in and get out. You can go in, buy some food and stuff like that, and I think you can get away with it that way. Or it's for guests only, where if you stayed in the hotel, you can stay there. But just keep in mind, if you're coming down here, that's changed a bit now. If you've ever done this road, you'll know the feeling. But if you've ever done this road and done the Balakna Bar, the Applecross Pass, which one would you say is best? I prefer this road. You don't really need to concentrate too much. The only thing you really got to look out for is deer. But you're just gawking around all the time. Balakna Bar takes a good driver to do without damaging the vehicle anyway. And it's not the meeting of the three waters. You've got 3 different waterfalls off this lay-by here you can look at, park up, have a photo and stuff like that. It's quite cool. Go water dipping. It's what's around these corners. You can see the waterfalls running around over there, but what's around these dramatic corners, yeah, you can see it's got loads of colourful writing on it, and it's a bit burnt out, that building. That building's now completely burnt out. I'm pretty sure Jim will not fix that. Jimmy Savile's house keeps getting burnt down and everything like that. You'd think they'd just flatten it and rebuild over it and stuff like that. But apparently they've been trying for years to get the planning permission to be able to get rid of that legacy from here and rebuild something else. Planning permission's never been accepted. However, recently there is rumour that something has been accepted. We don't know what, we don't know how, we don't know when. But something has been accepted there. Oh my god, they've changed the Three Sisters car park. That's all modernised now, and it's extremely busy, as it always is. You could literally spend, I kid you not, a week just exploring this area here. There is so much to see, so much to do, but not for me today. I'm passing straight through, straight down to Fort William. We're not a million miles away from there now. Check that out, my miles per gallon doing wow good. 34.3 miles per gallon average over the last 70 mile and 2 hours. That's the joy of being stuck behind a truck. Let's take the bridge over Loch Lahinny. This will take us through towards Fort William, but stunning views in both directions. It's a good thing I'm doing good miles per gallon, because I could really do with some fuel as well. And just before Fort William, again, Loch Lahinny just there. There's a cracking little boat trip you can take from there that goes to a little island that's full of seals. Definitely worth a visit if you come down to Fort William. That's the shopping done in Fort William. Time to go for fuel. But I'm trying my hardest to avoid that place. Straight over the roundabout, just on the right, you've got Morrison's fuel station. That'll do. I have a feeling this one's going to be expensive. Yep, tell you one thing, I wasn't wrong. Ben Nevis up in the clouds up there, loving life as always. Let's go and park up somewhere and have a little bit of lunch and discuss something that someone's just told me. That big lump up there, it's the first time I've been round here and it's not been in the clouds, but that big lump up there, that's Ben Nevis. The path's quite gnarly because it sort of goes up there, round the back of that mountain, and then zigzags up and then across. It's mental, I've done that before. There's something here I want to show you that if you've been on this channel before, you would have seen it 1,000,001 times. So I'm going to go down and have a look at it, then come back, put my shopping away, get everything sorted, have some lunch, and figure out what to do next, because it's a biggie. So to do with the wind that's coming in, which you're probably going to hear in a minute, the man in the petrol station said wouldn't even bother going over the islands this week. They're going to be shut off. And I was like, ah, no. And he's a local, he's experienced, he does it all the time. And it sort of put me on edge. I'm getting notifications through my phone to say there's liable to be disruptions or cancellations. And all the electronic signs are saying liable for disruption and cancellations. I've got 2 options. Check it out. This is a core pack double lock, one of the last locks you're going to see on the Caledonian Canal before actually getting out into the sea. I was telling him where I was about to park tonight, and he said that's a bit of a silly thing to do with this wind that's due to come in. So I'm like, oh, he's local, so do I do that? Because it's like right on a beachfront and the wind's coming in off the sea, and the wind's already starting to pick up quite bad. I think we'll go down this path today, shall we? You're going to hear the wind as soon as we get down here. If I want to go to Skye, if I still want to go to Skye, I can aim for the ferry, see what happens, hopefully it's on, and you watch me get seasick, which will be fun. Or, oh yes, I've just seen the view. Or number 2, I could drive to Skye from where I am right now. If I have to go to Mallaig and the ferry gets cancelled, then I have to drive back to Fort William to drive back round to go on to Skye. Again, if I want to go on Skye. Still, I don't know what to do. Let me show you this view. Boom! Look at that. The old boat of coal directly underneath Ben Nevis. Can you see how windy it is? And that's not even the start of what's coming. It's going to go way more than that. I could just sack off the plans of going to the Outer Hebrides. I've nearly lost the gate then. And go and do northwest Scotland. I've done that before. I haven't even driven this road down to Mallaig. Well, I haven't driven it after Glenville and Bardock. So I really want to do that. So I'll just take the risk to see what happens. Worst case scenario, I get stuck on Harris and Lewis for a few days. There's worse things to be worried about, isn't there? Simple lunch. Chicken Caesar salad with one of these high protein pudding things. Right, dinner's done. Iron brew ready. God, my eyes are really bad. Then we've just looked through the weather. We've looked at the updates. The updates are not saying cancelled. They're saying it's possible of cancellations and disruptions at short notice. I've checked the weather and it's supposed to get really bad, 40 or 50 mile an hour from 5 o'clock to 10 o'clock tonight. It's 4 o'clock now, so I can get down there within the hour. Hopefully I can get a nice little spot. It is a bit of a secluded bay looking on Google Maps, but I've never been there before. So I'm just going to beeline it, grow a pair, get down there, see what it's all about. Toodaloo, Ben Nevis. One day I'll climb you again, because that was a nice hike. What an absolutely stunning bit of road this is. Look at that. Oh yeah, we're stuck behind a motorhome. I really hope he's not going to take like the last spot going to where we're going. I mean, where we're going, you can fit a fair few vans, but let's just hope he doesn't take the last spot. If you're a van lifer, you know what I mean. The scenery doesn't get any better, does it? We're right by a loch, right in the middle of the mountains. We've got another 20 mile left on this road. Tell you what, the higher we get, the more we're battling with the wind. It might have actually come in a bit earlier. The trees are blowing all over the place, leaves are flying off everywhere. And something tells me it's going to be quite a weird night. I don't know why I sang that. I'm quite concerned about whether or not the solar panel's going to last on the roof. I saw Jake Journey Mate's video where his flew off in 70 mile an hour gusts. That's what we've got tonight, and his was fastened on a lot more securely than what mine is. Hey, how cool does that look? Maybe that's why it was so blowy here, but I think that's the actual like sea, like the open sea, just between a couple of the locks and stuff. You know what I mean, don't you? Like the locks that go out to sea, I think that's where they actually enter the sea. It proper does look really nice out there with all the little islands out there. I bet the wildlife out there is absolutely insane. And I hope this wind dies off before Saturday, because I've got a whale watching boat trip, and there's orcas out there. They're spotting orcas every day at the minute. Lifelong dream. Let's see if we'll check it. Quite nervous about that too, because I booked it, saw the videos that the orcas were there. I'd be around that area, or I could make myself around that area. And then I saw pictures of the boat, and it's like a 10-man rubber dinghy. It's gonna be fun. This is a beautiful road. You got the sea over there, and then it just big, long, sweeping, smooth roads going right through the mountains. It's been quite a nice drive because I've been sort of surrounded by mountains or trees. I've been sheltered, so I'm just hoping this bay we're going to is sheltered. If I'm not mistaken, in the distance, that is the Isle of Skye. Oh my God, that is beautiful. Full on white sandy beaches. Look at that. I'm not a beach person, but that's one of the reasons why we want to go to Lewis and Harris on the Outer Hebrides, to get things like that. What do we think of this for a park up? I mean, literally straight out onto the beach. Don't know if I'm going to stay here, but it's a bit sketchy. But it works. I'll show you how windy it is. I mean, I've been in worse. I've been in a lot worse. But that'll do me, donkey. Come for a little walk on the beach. The van. It's a bit windy. And just around this cove, the tide's gone out a little bit. And you can walk over to that island. And it looks like there's a path over there. So I'm going to have a little adventure. It's insane. You'd think it was like Caribbean or something, wouldn't you? I've not been to the Caribbean, so I don't know that like properly. But you know what I mean. It's absolutely stunning. And although it looks quite barren, you look deeper than the surface, and it's amazing. There's so much life. All the shells, tons and thousands of snail shells, and we're going to that path just over there. If we can get there. How do we cross this little river? If we go down here, it's a bit skinnier. And oh, yep. I made that look like it was like massive. Got to get a picture of the van all the way over there while I'm on the island. But I just found this tiny little secluded beach right around the corner. The water looks so clear. I kind of really hope these ferries don't get cancelled. One, because I want to go there. Two, because I've never been on a car ferry with my van. And number three, if the water's that clear, you never know, I might see some wildlife. That'll be awesome, won't it? It goes from rocky to just there, sandy. We should name this island. The wind is definitely picking up though. I'm 3 miles away from my first ferry port going over to the Isle of Skye, and Calmac ferries have just cancelled it. The problem we have is the reason they cancelled it is the high wind. And this park up, I don't think I'm going to be able to stay here because the whole van is shaking like mad. I found a spot just down the road that looks to be a little bit more sheltered, and it's got a private beach. So I'm going to head down there just to see what it's like. Oh my God, that's the wind coming through the Max fan just there. You see, my main concern isn't the fact that I'm not going to get any sleep. Doesn't bother me, I'm a truck driver, we don't get much sleep anyway. I know how I fitted that solar panel on the roof. And I'm not confident it's going to stay on after watching Jake's Journey Mates videos. Plus, I've got the Starlink mounted on the back. I just don't feel like it's going to work here. When the spot doesn't feel right, you move. It's nowhere near as pretty as the last one. We're in a lay-by, half a mile down the road, but we're sheltered by those trees, these trees, and those trees. That tree looks dead. Those branches best not hit my van. But there's a little gateway there to a little beach. Kind of want to check that out before I try and come up with a plan of what to do for the rest of this journey, because if we don't get to Skye, we don't go up into the Outer Hebrides. That's the whole point of this journey, to do something that I've been wanting to do for years but never thought I would actually get to do. I know my hair's a mess, so we're going to have a look at our options. That's so much better wind wise. That's just, yeah, I'll sleep while there. Anyway, let's go down and check this beach. It's just there. I'm running across the road because I don't know if anything's going to come. And as you can see, we get just around these trees and the wind starts coming in. It's a nice beach, actually. Why am I telling you that when I can just show you? Now, the problem we have, that island just there in the distance is the Isle of Skye. I'm 3 miles from the ferry port to be at, hey, there's a big cairn on top of a hill up there. Can you see that big hill just there? I get distracted far too easily. I'm 3 miles away from the ferry terminal to do a half-an-hour ferry over to the Isle of Skye. If I still wanted to go to the Isle of Skye, it's a 3-hour drive to get there from here. That is pretty good, to be fair. It's nice and secluded behind all this. I'm quite chuffed with that. Come down here, watch the sunset, if the sun actually makes an appearance. The van just poking its head out up there. But if I get to the Isle of Skye, and then this weather that we've got, which is what's cancelled the ferry, if that continues, which on the forecast it says it is going to continue on and off, is that going to cancel my Outer Hebrides ferries too? I'm going to have a look on the map at what that is up there, because that looks quite cool. Now, when I got the text message to say it was cancelled, I phoned them up, asked them when the next one was available. There is no scheduled ones available, basically meaning they've cancelled them all until the weather improves. However, they have said that the other ferries that I have booked on this ticket, from Skye over to Harris, from Lewis back over to mainland, there's no updates on them available just yet, which means there's no change to them, so they could potentially still run. So do I drive to Skye and aim to do that, even though I know I'm going to have rain, wind, while I'm on the island of Skye? Island of Skye? While I'm on the Isle of Skye. Which obviously isn't suitable, isn't nice, but we make do, we make the positive out of every situation going. That'll give us the chance to potentially get to the Outer Hebrides. Or do we completely change our plans altogether and go over to the east side of Scotland and adventure over there where the weather is a little bit better? I think what I'm going to do is just sleep on it. And this is what we've woken up to. The wind forecast has increased. The rain is absolutely chucking it down. Aim of this morning, get out of Dodge. Weather has actually worsened on the Isle of Skye. There's only one route onto there now, and it's over a big humped bridge. So that's going to be sketchy in this wind down its south. But as of yet, my ferry from the Isle of Skye over to the Outer Hebrides isn't cancelled. There is no update. But the weather at the time of that ferry on the forecast at the moment is exactly the same as this weather, which cancelled this ferry. So we're in two minds. But the big but, you miss 100% of the chances you don't take. I have a chance to get to the Isle of Harris, going up to the Isle of Lewis, into the Outer Hebrides. I don't want to miss that if I've got a chance. Imagine the ferry in this. It's so bad that even tractors can only just get down the road. Check him out. Oh, there's a beach just there. Oh my God, the wind is absolutely horrendous. I can hear the wind whistling underneath the solar panel on the roof. I know how that's secured onto the roof. Yeah, I'm scared. Just take it nice and gentle. We'll get there when we get there. But Mackie's breakfast closes in an hour and 15 minutes. Look at how absolutely choppy it is out there. We're going to get blown around like mad on this corner. I'm slowing it down. That's like loads of white water and everything. Whoa, the waves crashing up against that little island there. That is truly insane, so powerful. Oh, but look at that mountain view though. Oh, that's so moody. Scotland at its finest, blowing a hoolie. I'm only literally 10 miles inland now, and the weather's so much better. Granted, we keep having big bursts of rain, but there is a little shiny ball of fire up in the sky that keeps popping out every now and then, and the wind has died down somewhat. But then again, that could come in pitches and patches. One thing I am noticing up on all of the mountains is the waterfalls. The Isle of Skye is filled with mega waterfalls. That might be a good little shout to go and see. There's a waterfall behind those trees on the mountain that looks absolutely breathtaking. Can we pull into here? Yes, we can. Look at how powerful that one is, all the way over there. That is mega. Proper blowing out the whole landscape. That is beautiful. Properly looking forward to seeing them on Skye now. The only thing that really sketches me out is that bridge on the way in. The water is literally pouring out of the mountain while we're sat at some temporary lights. That lane closures because they're repairing a landslide caused by the rain. You've got to love how powerful Mother Nature is. Just look at the water running down those mountains. Jesus, you can see it. We're going past a cliff on the left and the water is absolutely pouring down that. Can you start to see it? Look at that. What? An hour later and it's coffee time. We've got a good couple of hour drive to get up there, but the waterfalls are going to be mega. The park up that I'm looking at for tonight, a dinosaur footprint park up or a cliff top park up. All depends on weather, all depends on if I can get to Skye, because who knows, they might even close the bridge going over there. Let's go and find out. With the weather being so crap, we're going to have a waterfall day, because that's just the only thing you can really do. An hour and 20 minutes away on the A87 on mainland. There's one on the map. Let's go and see what it's like. There's Loch Lochy. It's one of the mid-lochs that make up the Great Glen. That landmass that you can see on the other side, during the Bronze Age, that moved by 200 kilometres from one side of Scotland down to the other side. The Great Glen is a mixture of loads of different lochs, all linked together by the Caledonian Canal, and it completely divides this side of the Highlands to that side of the Highlands. It's quite fascinating, really, isn't it? It goes from Loch Lochy, which is the loch in Fort William, comes through the Caledonian Canal up to this one, which is Loch Lochy. It goes further up through into Loch Ness and then out to the Forth of Moray, right out to Inverness. It completely cuts in half the Highlands. Cracking little bit of scenery though, isn't it? And between that loch and the next loch, you get the Grand Caledonian Canal, which is this sort of thing here. It goes straight out into another loch all the way over there. There's a walk you can do along the whole thing. It's called the Great Glen Way. You can walk all the way around all the lochs, straight down all the canal, right the way from one side in Fort William all the way to the other side in Inverness. If we were going to Inverness over to the east side, we would follow it all the way around. However, we're taking that road just there on the left, the A87, one stunning road over to the Isle of Skye. Here we go. This road, I kid you not, is one of the most beautiful roads I've ever driven. It starts off in like a foresty landy just like this, and it's the proper old forestry land. So it's like all the old trees and mixed species of trees. It's just beautiful. Eventually, it turns into a mountainous area, and it's absolutely stunning. But here's your top tip for driving a camper van, a motorhome, or just traveling and exploring around the Highlands. If you see any cars behind you, don't sit there and worry, oh, they're stuck behind me, I've got to keep going and go. Just pull in anywhere, let them go past, pull back out, and just carry on going at your own pace, your own speed. You want to be able to drive safely on the roads because they can be treacherous, but you also want to have some time to enjoy the view and the scenery. You can't drive quick and enjoy the scenery all at the same time. Oh my God, it just got windy. Right next to another lock. I was just passing Glengarry viewpoint park up. It's not really a great, like a spectacular view from here compared to what we've got in front of us, but I stuck a sticker on the sign along with everybody else who stuck a sticker on the side. So I want to go and check if that sticker's still here. It's got to have been about a year ago when I put that sticker up there. There's the sign all the way up there. I can't see the sign. Ah, the Travelling Yorkshireman's up there. He's all over TikTok. I can't see mine though. There it is, my old sticker. Quick look at the view, shall we? I'm already soaking. There you go. How cool is that? The Glengarry viewpoint. And you get loads of these viewpoint areas where you see the cars parked up and the absolutely stunning view that's over there. Problem is, we're on top of a mountain range right now and it's blowing a gale, so I kind of want to get off it as quick as possible. So I'm just going to keep heading towards this waterfall. I mean, just look at some of these viewpoints. Like, yes. But again, can't stop. Quick admire. Let's keep going. I mean, just, can you think of a nicer road? Oh, we're just sort of going between the forestry areas and then the mountainous areas. Not even a mile and a half later, you've got that pull-in just there, and that's another absolutely stunning viewpoint. Just look at that. The wind is absolutely howling down that lock. Yeah, I gotta admit, I'm loving this. We definitely made the right choice. Well, we say that now. We'll see what happens on Skye, because there's a lot of cars coming the other way and there's not many going towards Skye. Oh my God, the wind is properly picking up here. The trees are blowing all over the place. I'm getting blown all over the place. The reservoir behind it is just pure white water blasting directly at us. This is starting to get a bit sketchy. Adds to the fun though, doesn't it? Can you see that waterfall raging all the way down the mountain directly in front of us now to the right hand side of the road? Ha! That's normally just a trickle, you can't normally see it, but wow! Mother Nature at its finest. Just look at it. You can see full on rainstorms just about to start. Oh, this is going to be fun. It's going to be brutal, it's going to be killer, but it's going to be full. But I have a plan for if I can get on the Isle of Skye. I can see another waterfall. You can just see the white water of it all the way up there. Actually, you probably can't, to be fair. Can you see the misted sort of rainstorm bouncing down directly over there? Just where it gets a little bit lighter in that one area. Considering the sun's out a little bit and there's loads of clouds and loads of rain and it's very wet and very windy, I haven't seen a rainbow. Another mega waterfall coming all the way down that mountain just there. A couple of videos ago, I actually went out and got this van weighed, and it was slightly overweight. We've managed to put it back underweight because we just emptied the wastewater tank. But with weather like this, I would prefer my van to be a little bit heavier, just so it's a lot more sturdy on the road, because I'm really battling with this at the minute. I'm thinking it's going to be an up-plate job on the van, so it'll be interesting to see how you go about the process of up-plating one of these vans. So if you want to see that, make sure you do subscribe. Oh my God, the rain, you can literally see it going sideways. But then it's also going to add a layer of wow to the massive monumental waterfalls that we're going to go and see. This motorhome didn't even look when he pulled out of the petrol station, and so I had to slam on and swerve on the other side of the road, and now he's driving stupidly slow and I can't even properly enjoy the view. Absolute. But I can understand why the locals get frustrated. It takes one to ruin it for us all. We may be stuck behind a hired motorhome, but look at that view, for what you can see anyway. You never know, that wobble box in front might blow off the bridge. You never know. Look at all the waterfalls running down there. Ha! It is stunning. Rain stopped play for 10 minutes, but as with the Highlands, as quick as it comes, it soon leaves again. Just hang around for a minute, and there it goes. The van is just there on the road. This is one that I found on Google Maps, so I don't know what it's all about. It just says Waterfall River Shield, so that's what we're going to. It's not far, but it's very, very wet, and very, very boggy, so the boots are on. Apparently it's over this bridge to the left. Something tells me it's through that bog and up that hill, because that's the left and that's the way the river's going. Think I may have been right. Look how powerful that is flying through there. Wow, just look at that for a view. Huh. But then the view this side, it's just as good. Like what? Wow, there's one up there too. While I'm here, it is boggy, too boggy, but the solar panel's still on. Taking every little bit of positivity that I can. It's wild out there today. I think that might shut up shop for a bit, but it's not going to stop me. Let's just say that. I'm going to head over to Skye. It's about 30 miles down this road. Beautiful scenery, and then see what happens on the island. I think because the wind is coming from the south up to the north, if I hang around on the north side of the island, in theory I should be sheltered by the island. I don't know, we'll see. There's the waterfall. We're literally only half an hour away from the actual Skye Bridge, and the weather is getting more and more insane. I'm proper struggling to keep it in a straight line. Now we've got a causeway over there which we've got to go over. I am quite nervous about that. We're probably going to get blown around like mad, but it's beautiful off there. Crazy. The sign there, side winds for half a mile. It's just so dramatic over there, isn't it? But we're on the causeway, we're making our way over. Oh yes, I am a professional driver, I promise you. I drive coaches and trucks and stuff, so I can drive in these sorts of conditions. It's just a bit sketchy when it's your own vehicle. There's the bridge coming into view right now. God, it looks really choppy underneath there. But there is vehicles going over there. I can see a van going over it right now, so should be fine. 110 mile diversion to get around over nearly 3 hours worth of driving. We're not exactly there yet, but we're only 5 minutes away. So that's the diversion if the Calmac ferry ever gets cancelled on you. It's cost me around about 35 to 40 pounds worth of fuel. I got 16 pound back off the ferry, because obviously I got the refund on that part. But it is what it is. The sun seems to be starting to poke out. I've just seen a sign that said the sailing that I want from Ewing over to Talbot is affected. That's its words, it said affected. The bridge gates are open just here, so we're about to go over. That's affected today. Let's hope tomorrow it's not affected. Tomorrow afternoon is when I'm booked onto that ferry. You can see the bridge just over there. This is the first one just here, and I can feel the wind. It's looking choppy out there. Oh, yeah, yeah, get in there. But then look at that one over there that rises high up. That's the one that tickles me a bit. But then again, this van's just come over. I'm just overthinking it, I think. Let's go for it and just see what happens. You can see the sock, the wind sock just there is blowing towards us, so we are going to get a little wobble on the bridge. But oh, the cars are slowing down. Don't slow down, don't slow down. Here we go. Oh yes, oh Jesus Christ, the car slowed down, so man, I've got to slow down. That's typical, isn't it? Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, that's sketchy as anything, that is. I'm surprised they've kept that open. Oh, jeez Louise. But we're coming down off now, and we're going into a hidden, oh, if you can hear the wind coming through, that's coming through my my Max fan. But we're off, yeah, get in. We are now on the Isle of Skye. Check out those flags, they're getting, look at them, even the flagpoles are near enough bent. We have got quite a little bit of exposed driving to do, so we're going to get blown around quite a bit. But the first stop is the Broadford Hotel. That's where my mate works, so I'm going to go in and have a shandy with him. Directly after that, we've got waterfall after waterfall after waterfall after viewpoint. I'm going to show you the north side of Skye. I think I'm right. This is the part of the coast of the north end of the Isle of Skye, and it's flat calm, so my plan may actually come into fruition. Oh yeah, there's his van. Let's go for a little quick hello. With that done, let's go to the first epic waterfall. It's only 15 minutes down the road. This part's not the best. You've got all the wind coming flying down the valley straight down to us. We're getting blown around like mad. But look at that for a scene. The waterfall is just over there. I can just catch a glimpse of it, and I can't wait to show you. Oh, Jesus. I was right about the waterfalls. They are flowing today. Oh, that's insane. I've never seen it like that. Granted, I've only been over here one other time. Can you see the waterfall over there? Look at how much it's raging. We're going to go and have a look at that. It's a bit windy. I mean, just look at that for a view though. I mean, all the way around as well. Oh, yes. I think that one was called ES. That's EAS. ES-A Baharadan, I think. It's on the A87. If you're coming in, the A87 is the main route all the way through Skye. And about 10 miles into Skye, you start passing stuff like that. And they've got massive lay-bys where you can pull up, go down and have a look, move on to the next one. It's quite cool. Next up, we'll go up to the Old Manor Store. I'm not going to guarantee that I'll climb up the Old Manor Store today or even park there and go there. But if we get there and it's really good weather and the wind's died down, bonus, we'll have a little go. As quick as the weather is sunny, it then goes to chucking it down, but it looks like it might be a bit drier in front. It's just quick showers that are torrential, but that wind is brutal. And just 5 minutes later, the sun's back out, shining and singing its grand old song. We had a look at the car park for the Old Manor Store just there in the corner. We decided, no. Yeah, as you can tell, the motorhomes are not allowed in the car park. We have to park on the road, as you can tell, and it was a bit busy. Yeah, there's no parking there, so I'm just going to shoot past up towards one of the other waterfalls. A mega waterfall. You'll be proud of this one. Yeah, someone tells me the wind is, it's a little bit brutal, but we've got a little viewpoint down there and a viewpoint up there. Let's go and check them out. There you go. That's what this place is called. It's awesome. I've been here before and I absolutely love it, and I just want to show everybody. And I have no idea how this walkway is going to feel in this wind, but I'm going to keep it rolling. You've got the Old Manor Store up there in the old background. You've got gorgeous sea view out there. I'm not even going to think about this. Oh my god, that's blowing a gale. I don't think I can hold my camera. Oh, but mega, isn't it? I'm still quite high, so I might be able to see the roof of the van here again. Ooh. Yeah, that looks all fine up there. And then just 5 minutes down the road, we've got Kilt Rock Waterfall. That comes off the actual mainland, straight down into the sea. That's quite a cool one. I won't be able to get the drone up to get the best view of it, but we'll go up and have a look at it anyway. Just down the road was a beach for dinosaur footprints, and it was a park up for the night. It was sheltered by a cliff, so I thought this is going to be amazing. However, I didn't account for the wind changing direction. I think the storm has sort of hit its peak, its maximum. I hope so anyway, because that is dangerous. Now, the spot that I wanted was down there on the seafront like you thought. But I got down there thinking the wind's coming that way, it's going to be blocked by the hill behind it. No, I was so wrong. It seems the wind's changed direction and it was battering in there. I honestly thought the van was going to tip over. So I've just come back up into this little spot here. It's a little bit more sheltered, but nowhere near perfect. The wind's coming directly straight at me, so it's going up and over the van, so it's not rocking me too much, but it gives me a minute to actually sit down and try and find somewhere a bit more sheltered. That was proper gnarly round there. I think I've found another spot on Park for Night. I had a look on Google Street View and it looks like it's going to be a bit more sheltered than this spot. I mean, you can hear it coming through the Max fan. Right, yeah, I need to bin off this spot. Wish me luck, it's a 10-minute drive away. Oh god, this van's rocking everywhere. It's definitely not level, but it is sheltered by that long there. That's a crane. That's the view. Chilling out. I've got the Starlink on because signal's just a little bit better with that on. Definitely going to have to level it off a little bit. I just got some wheel chocks underneath. I'll just whack them under the front when it stops raining. We'll get the hot water on and then that'll start cooking up nicely. 15 degrees at the minute. Oh, I need to do the washing up and have a shower, so I may as well just wait for that to heat up. That's going to take an hour or so to heat that up. We've got some dinner on the go on the air fryer while we're just waiting out the storm. No more adventures for the rest of the night. It's coming on to about 7 o'clock to be fair. If we get a clear sky, we've had an aurora alert, an aurora alert, there we go. So we might get some northern lights if the sky clears, which doesn't look like it's gonna. And I'm just gonna crack on with a bit of work. Oh my god, it started to snow. Look at that, that's insane. Look at it on the windscreen, look. It's snowing. What? Oh, bizarre. We're like on top of a hill that's not that high, like 200 metres above sea level, on the top of the old Isle of Skye, and it's starting to snow. And now we've got the sun coming out over on the hills just there. This is blooming insane. Welcome to Scotland. And Peppa Pig, oh no, what's the sheep version? Is that like a mummy sheep, a teenage sheep and a baby sheep, or just a runt of a litter? I don't know. Get some work done. I've got to carry on doing something, haven't I? They do it a different way in Europe, don't they? I've got a van just there. A van, tent box warrior just there, another van just the other side of him, and one just the side of him. Look how close they're parking to me. I mean, yeah, this is the only like fairly-ish flat spot, but that's how they do it in Europe. They've got a tent box on a Jeep, and they've got a baby in 70-mile-an-hour winds. I don't know how that's going to work out. Where does the letter N on a registration plate come from? Oh, they're from Norway. Does he know he's driving with his tent box open? Oh, he must just be moving down there. It's mad that it's like nearly midnight and it's like near enough proper daylight out there. I mean, yeah, it's getting darker, but it is literally like daylight. Well, we survived the night. It was a rough one. The van was rocking all night and the wind really came in early hours of the morning. 12-mile single track dirt road to get to a secluded beach on a dead end that's white sand and Highland cows. We're currently on an island hopping adventure in my self-built campervan, hopping around the outer hebradies of Scotland. The first episode, there was a problem with the weather. Ah, look at the snow on the windscreen. It's proper starting to come down. It cancelled the ferry going from mainland Scotland over to the Isle of Skye. That then turned into a 6-hour road trip to get round to the Isle of Skye. The weather has worsened, but the next ferry hasn't cancelled. That's going from the Isle of Skye Uig over to Talbot on the Isle of Harris. That is where the true Outer Hebrides actually starts. Never been on a car transporter ferry in my van before. This was the park up last night for the sole purpose that directly behind us there's a hill. That did keep us mostly sheltered through the night, but the wind changed through the night and started battering on us about 3 o'clock in the morning. So it's been a rough night's sleep. We've got 2 hours to get to the ferry in Uig and we're on the other side of the Kerrang on the Isle of Skye. Now we can just go straight over the Kerrang. I've done that before in this van, and the steering lock on a VW Craft, that is horrendous, and I couldn't make the last hairpin. So I'm a bit dubious about going that way. Plus that takes you up on top of the mountain and it's really exposed, and I just don't like that idea. I can take the coastal route that goes all the way around. They're both around about a 35-minute worth of drive. Not too bad. The coastal road is a single track road going the whole way around. As soon as we get round the North Pinnacle, where it starts to get really narrow and really tight up and down the steep hills, that's when the wind's going to start getting us the most. Option 3 is head back down to Portree and then come back up the north side of the island. And I'm really excited about tonight's park up. I just hope the wind dies down and the rain eases off, because it is stunning. Beach park up, Highland cows, 12-mile single track dirt road to get to a secluded beach on a dead end that's white sand and Highland cows. Come on, you can't ask for more than that. Now, I left the spot with plenty of time to be able to get there. Just in case we did have a problem, we could fix that problem and still be able to get the ferry. So we left the park up, headed down towards Portree. We went past the Old Manor store, past the waterfalls we saw in the last video, then headed up to the main traffic light, swung a right, straight up the main road to this lovely little park up spot where we could sit and watch out for the ferry while we wasted a bit of time. I was quite relieved we got here quite well. Because the ferry's not in yet. It normally comes down in on those docks there, and that's where I'll be getting the ferry from. And the sea actually looks quite rough further out, but this first harbour bit doesn't look too bad. It does say liable for disruption, so I'm fully expecting it to be delayed or something like that. Let's face it, if it's going through all that chop, chances are it's going to be going a bit slower. I don't know. Is that how things work? This is my first ferry crossing in this van, so it'd be cool to see how it's going to work and stuff like that. But I've got like 2 hours until my ferry's due, so I'm going to head down there in a bit, get some fuel, stock up a bit of food, sort out my backpack for while I'm on the boat. I've heard there's like showers and stuff on the boat, so I might take advantage of that too. Either way, I'm going to chill out for 10 minutes. It's not too windy as we speak right now, and calm my nerves a bit. I'm quite nervous about this. Let's go and top up with some fuel because, well, I've only got, what, less than half a tank of fuel, and yeah, I don't know where the fuel stations are on Harris. So it's always worth stocking up while I'm back on mainland. There is a garage down there. Better safe than sorry, as they say. Oh, there's like a full-on castle sort of thing. See that there? That's quite cool. There's the harbour. And there's a sign for the petrol station that looks like it's not got any fuel. Let's go in and have a little look. Nope, it's got diesel. That'll do me. 59p later and we're full. Let's go over the road to the ferry. I've got a problem already. Because so on the Carmack ferry you have to type in what vehicle you are. I was campervan, it didn't work because I was too high. So then I just put motorhome. I was like, yeah, perfect, that'll do. Turns out the motorhome status is up to 6 meters. I'm 6.7. So I've got to go to the office and sort it out. It's not a long walk, just essentially cross over the road. Anything less than 6 meters gets charged the same as a car. Anything more gets charged at a different rate. £160 more for both legs. But at least I'm going to be sailing. I really shouldn't be eating just before I go on the ferry, especially when it's really choppy out there. I don't know whether I get seasick or not. I know I get a bit queasy when I'm on the big ships when they're really raging across the Irish Ocean, but this looks really bad. I can't believe it's actually happening. Didn't think this would actually happen. It is very, very choppy out there. Oh, I'm not looking forward to that. But it's all part of the experience, I guess. Oh, that's just outside the port. Look at it out there. Oh, I can't believe I've spent an extra 160 quid. Literally more money than what it cost for the ticket originally. But this is the thing. Money will always come and go. All I have to do is a day's overtime to put that money back into the savings. But the memory stays forever. That's the ferry docked just over there. Oh, the motorbikes are all going on and the cyclists are going on. Oh, those motorhomes are going on now. Wish me luck. Off go the baby transporters and baby transits. And here we go. Round we go and down the pier. You can see the wind battering over the water over there. That's insane. I've got one of those indie campers in front of me. He stole my name. Traffic jam. We're not even on the island yet. Yeah, that's a nervous laugh. Even that boat over there is moving loads. That's the joy with the airbags on this van. I've hired them up just a little bit, just to give me that little bit of extra ground clearance. Because if you're going up the big steep ramp and then it levels out, you might bottom out on that little piece just there. So just like to lift it up if I can. There's the boat we're going on. The adventure, or this phase of the adventure, starts here. Why am I stuck on the bridge? This is like a gantry causeway thing. It's quite nerving. Look, water, water, boat, water, death. Let's keep going. So bizarre. Look, there's the end of the pier. It's like, oh, the boat's not moving a slight little bit actually. Oh, this is gonna be sketchy. Do I just follow all the other ones? Let's keep go, get both axles on. Wow, there we go. I was given a top tip to not set my alarm while I'm on this boat because alarms just go off all the time. Oh, I think we've got to go down here, do a U-turn and come back up the other side. The steering lock on this van's horrendous. This is going to be fun. We've done the U-turn, I had to do a 3-point turn, but I think we're going to be one of the first ones off the island. Sorry, first ones off the boat. Do you know what? I'm not feeling the boat rock at all while I'm sat on here.
then again, I'm not really thinking about it either. I was more thinking about, oh my God, I've got to do a 3-point turn. That's dead cool. All the staff are sort of looking at the van and coming up to me. Nice van, that, mate. All that shit. I'm like, yeah. Ooh. Yeah, I can feel it on the wind now we're higher up. Oh. Yeah. That is sketchy.
My little travel hack, I just wanted to find a seat near a window, sit down and hopefully just feel sick for a few hours, and boom, it's going to all be over and done with. We had the safety announcements, the boat decided it was time to leave, and we started heading out. To be fair, it wasn't that bad.
Just sitting there is making my stomach go, so I'm just going to wander around there, just get my mind fit.
The further out we got, the choppier it got. I thought I need to distract my mind. Let's go dolphin watching. We can see if we can see any dolphins out the side of the boat. You never know. We might find some orcas or something.
Open deck. Holding on for dear life. Well, you might see the orang on here. Oh, the lifeboat.
Nope, no dolphins, but being high up is making me feel queasy. I'm getting down a little bit. We're about the 50% way over there now, and you can start to see the swells starting to hit the boat quite badly at the minute, and it's proper throwing people around all over the place. Believe me, I was stood behind these doing exactly the same as them. A lesson I learned rather quickly was don't look at the horizon out the windows, because the way it rises and falls throughout the whole window just doesn't help at all. It was around about an hour and 10 minutes later we started to get a view of the Isle of Harris. The land started to come into display. Celebratory drink is in order, I think. The weather's even starting to improve. We've got that fiery ball of sun in the sky at the minute. We even got welcomed to a show of dolphins having a good old feed.
Not long now, just got to wait to dock. That's got to go down, and then we go whoosh and hope he doesn't blow up. Get off this boat, straight down to Harishnish Beach. That's it, the 12 mile on a single track road to be able to go to the beach, and hopefully the Highland cows are there, and hopefully it doesn't look secluded on the map, so I don't think it's going to be a secluded sort of spot. We might get blown around a lot. I don't know. We'll decide that when we get down there. There are other options. Welcome to the Isle of Harris. Brand new territory. Let's see what this is all about. There's the sea. Right, sat nav in 2.4 mile, turn left. That is taking me onto the B whatever it is, and that's the road that's 12 mile long. Oh, wow. This is insane. Wow! Like, what? A quick left turn on this tiny little junction now. Literally, virtually no signs. One tiny little sign up there, but it says nothing about a beach or anything. So, imagine what this place was like without tourism and without the internet showing us what is actually around. This is going to be the single track road for 12, oh, it says 13 mile on me sat nav. Internet said 12. I got duped. Look at this little village. It's not even a village, it's like a house with a couple of boats, a couple of Land Rovers. This is cool. Oh my God, steep drop-offs on both sides of the van. I can't make one wrong turn around here. Look at them built into the side of the cliff up there. But literally, sketchy road. I've literally got half an inch on the edge of the van. That's why I'm sort of concentrating. That's my concentration face. Cute waterfall just there. Straight back round onto the sea. All this beautiful scenery and then a random tennis court just dotted down there. There's something along this road that I want to do potentially tomorrow when the weather's a little bit better. It's the Eagle Observatory. There's a beautiful stroll through some of these mountains and it takes you to an Eagle Observatory because this island has everything wildlife related that you wouldn't even have a chance of seeing in England, let alone in mainland Scotland as well. The difference between England and Scotland, you can leave your trailer sat there for however long you want. Nobody's going to pinch it up here. Have I just seen a random cow in the middle of the road up here? I'm going to see, it's just over the brow of this hill on the right hand side. Yeah, there's it's a bull. He's a muscly old beast, isn't he? I really wish I could show you more of this road, but it is proper sketchy. The van only just fits on the lane sometimes, and there's steep drop-offs on both sides. But just look at that view. Sorry, we've got to wait for Mr. Fitman Cyclist. He is fit, look at him go. Imagine having driving lessons round here. Then again, I bet most of the people that are like native to this area, I bet they've never even took a driving lesson. They've just sort of obtained a license from somewhere. Stay there, Billy. I can't fit on the road and get past. Not even bothered. Literally not even bothered. Are you bothered? You stay. Don't they? Good girl. Ooh, that's pretty. It's just tight, twisty, blind summits. There's a load of passing places, so it's not hard. You see something coming, you just jolt in one of them. But it's absolutely. It's a tricky drive. Definitely a tricky drive. I mean, that was near enough a hairpin just like that. This is insane. I'm loving it. I mean, look. You can't see anything over it. And then this one here, you can't see round it or up it. You shitbag. I'm going to have to reverse because he's on a hill. But I don't know how far. But oh no, he's reversing up a hill. Fair play to him. Oh, we've got a gate to go through. This is interesting. Oh, and a cattle grid on it as well. Can I fit? Yeah, just about. All the old ruins down there next to the stream. I mean, just look at that. Is that a waterfall that goes into the sea? I think it is. Yeah, it is. Look at that. Wow. Holy crap, there's a castle and the road goes right by it. I never expected that when I turned the corner. I did not expect that for 1 second. What is happening here? And there's a little damn wall there, and they've got cannons. There's little cannons. What? That explains the gates coming into this part, to be fair. Literally is driving in front of a castle. I'm not going to get a picture. I don't want to be one of those people where the locals, or whoever lives in it, gets a bit annoyed. Look at this, straight through it as well. Max headroom, 3.9 meters. Yep, I can do that. Wow, what an experience. The castle's even got its own harbour there. Another blind summit. Let's get up. Let's get up. Up, 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 up. There we go. Now I can see where the road goes. This is insane. Dude's got a boat. I want a boat. I don't know what I'll do with a boat, but I want a boat. And I think it's funny the way how I say boat. Wow. Oh, more sheepies on the side of the road. See what I mean? Not even every minute you're seeing an obstacle that you would never see in like real life. This has got to be a bit like Lord of the Rings-esque-ish. What a welcome to the Isle of Harris. I mean, wow. Oh, can I fit through? Yeah, I'm going to squeeze through. Loads more sheep down here, right by the sea. Look at that. They're literally walking on the wall just there. I don't want to spook you. No, don't run. Don't want to spook you. Wow. I need a minute. But wow. It's a whole different world out here. Just stunning. Another waterfall while we're going up to another blind summit. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. I'm here. The air at the top was actually closed off. We have arrived. What a gnarly road that was. Well, we haven't really arrived. I wanted to go in the air at the top with the Highland cows, but they've only got 5 spaces and there was 5 motorhomes in there. You come slightly further down, there's what they call the Gateway, which is a building, and you can stop here. It's £22 a night though, but I think you get everything with that. But I'm going to go in and have a look in a second once the rain's died off, because the rain comes and goes as quick as anything. The beach is literally just in front of me. First thing I noticed straight away was the bug life here is absolutely insane. So I've got the mesh up. That's who make it. Van Door Universal. They're a company called The Door, but this one's got like a privacy screen on the outside. It magnets up in the middle so you can get in and out perfectly fine. I'll leave it linked down in the description down below for you. Set up. I think I'm set up. I've got the chocks under the front wheels to lift it up, and I've dropped one corner of the back air suspension, and I think it's pretty much level. I can't wait to get the update on the Savvy screen for the Savvy stance that's going to show me the level of the van. That'll be pretty cool. But there is no signal, but I've just turned Starlink on, so there will be in a minute. It's my first time at one of these airs. There's the van. £3 for 3-minute showers. Not bad, is it? It's a bit posh. I mean, wow. What an absolutely amazing little beach. That's why we come to the Isle of Harris. And for crafty goat-looking sheep that know how to get over a cattle grid, because I've just seen him do it. Wow, what a welcome to the Isle of Harris. Just, I mean, words can't describe it, can you? Nobody on the beach. I'm telling you, Scotland's better than Cornwall. Oh, it was nice to, oh God. You can tell I've had a shower with some good quality Highland water, because my sunburn's starting to flake off a little bit. It's not as noticeable now, which is quite good. And my hair is dead soft and fluffy. Look at it. I'm like Sonic the Hedgehog. Oh God, what a place. I found a little path up the side of the air that I'm staying at. I kind of want to go and just have a little explore. See if I can see those Highland cows. What a view though, and I've only just started. I probably am going to get wet, that's why I put my boots on and my jacket on. I've not really brought too much with me. Oh, wow. Oh, do you know what's even better? I've just found out. You got that one just over there too. I saw a bunny. Didn't see anything up the hill, so the air's down there. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that. Just decided I'd walk up the hill. On all the pictures, the cows were around by the air, so I just head up towards that. I wasn't really paying too much attention when I was driving past, because basically these roads are gnarly. I'm walking up here, my fat ass can only just fit up here. How did my van fit up here? Wow, it's so rugged. Just look at the big waves coming down there. They're going to crash on the rocks in a minute. Just, oh yes, there's one. That's the big one now. Oh, whoosh! But no, I can't see them. Chances are they've just jumped over the other side of the mountain to shelter from the storm we've just been through. To be fair, it looks like we've got a little bit more weather coming in, so I'm going to head back to the van, I think. Get some tea on the go. I can have a look more tomorrow on the way out. Someone told me about an honesty shop just at that castle that we passed, and there's the Eagle Observatory which I want to look at, but tomorrow is a full day of exploring. I'm going to be knackered tomorrow because we're going to do loads. What a spot. Oh, there's a path there. I wonder where that one goes. Just sat here watching some seals play. You might see Bobby's head every now and then. You see some big shadows right on the surf line, and that seems to be the surfing it in. There you go, see the big black shadows then? Tonight I'm going for a big hearty meal because tomorrow's going to be a busy day. It's not healthy, all those people that kick off at me for not being healthy. I've got a handful of chips and I'm going to whack these in as well, or one of these, ham and cheese slice. Sun setting just over behind me. I'm not a beach man, but I'm in my element here. We're going to be touring the whole of Lewis and Harris in just one day. That's where we stayed last night. Just there's a little air on Hushness Bay. We're going to head up now, do a 12-mile single-track road the whole way back to civilization, touring all the little details along the way, heading up towards something called the Butt of Lewis, which is on the Isle of Lewis at the very top. Hopefully we get to see loads and loads of wildlife, make some absolutely mental memories, but we do have a caveat. It's forecast heavy thunderstorms for the majority of the day. Goodbye Hushness Beach. It's full of these blind summits that you cannot see over the top, but just like any old Scottish single track road, there's absolutely tons of these passing places. Just look at that for the road and the view, and it's 12-mile long, exactly like this the whole way. I mean, how stunning. Just look at that. See what I mean? Blind summits, tight corners, the road's only just wide enough for the van, but with views like that you can't say no. On the way down this road you do drive past a castle. You can stop at that castle and there is an honesty shop on site. So I thought I'm going to go and have a look at that. Now it's 8 o'clock in the morning. Unfortunately it was closed, so we're just going to get back in the van and head back down the road. Through the entrance gate to the castle grounds, and there's the castle right in the distance. This road's called the B887 and it's just like this the whole way. It's always worth taking it nice and gentle because there's waterfalls on both sides of the road. You're going to see random bits of wildlife running around, and it's just nice to be able to take the views in while still being in 100% control of the vehicle and the road in ahead of you. And the first stop is here, and we walk through this gate. And I understand it's going to be quite hard to follow this sort of stuff, so all these little locations I'll leave pinned in the description down below. They're just going to be Google Map pins, so if you go in the description and you see something you like, click on it, it'll swap you straight over to Google Map and show you where it is. You can then pin it for when you come over here. But there is one main reason that we're on this little path here. It's 1.5 miles there and 1.5 miles back. Harris and Lewis are famous for their wildlife. The type of wildlife that's probably never seen humans before. That's what this path's all about. 1.5 miles through these mountains, the waterfalls, the rivers, there is an eagle observatory. And I'm really hoping to find some eagles, some other wildlife, some deer, and then throughout the rest of this video, maybe even marine wildlife. It looks like the weather's coming through that glen there, so it's going to proper get us as we get further up. Top tip of the day, always be prepared, bring your coat, don't do a me. You can see the rain coming sideways down the glen. Yeah, I'm hiding behind this like mud bank here, because as quick as the rain comes in, give it 5 minutes and it's moved on again. That one wasn't even a 5-minute little rainstorm. Look at that. There it is, just on the right. Let's go in and have a little nosy. Oh, it is, oh, bear proof. Oh wow. All the information you need to know. The 3 types of eagles: adult sea eagle, immature sea eagle, and a buzzard. Wow. Just what? Oh yes. What a perfect place to sit down and have my breakfast. Wow. I've just seen a sign-in book over here, and I'm wondering whether the eagles are either seasonal or they know that this is here now, so they've moved on, because check this out. Remarks from Andy and Zoe, Manchester. No eagles, no eagles, no eagles. Saw 2 big birds, ravens maybe? No sightings, no eagles. No eagles, no eagles, no eagles, no eagles, no eagles, no eagles, no eagles. Yeah, as you can tell, all no eagles. Red deer seen. When was that? The 31st, oh, not long ago. There we go, red deer. Oh, so there's a few deer. Eagle being chased by a peregrine, not far up. Oh, maybe they've just been chased away then. Nothing been but a nice view. There we go. Some of these places that people come from as well. Ilfracombe in Devon, the Netherlands, Cornwall, Fife, Lancashire and New Jersey. This is insane. I'm going to write my piece. I signed my name in there as Indy Vanna Jones on the 5th of the 6th, 2025. So if you see it, take a picture, tag me on Instagram. Oh, what's that? There's one. It's right up there. It just flew off the side. Looked like it was getting chased. Oh, there's 2 red deer over there. Let's see if I can get them on this camera, because it's... Oh, that's as far as I can zoom in, right in the middle of the frame there. They're so far away. Wow, you can hear the wind starting to pick up now. That's going to be a sketchy walk back. It took me about 45 minutes to get here. As much as I'd love to, I can't stay there all day. The weather started to close in a little bit earlier than I expected, so I want to get back. It's a good 45-minute hike back. I might try and jog a bit of it just to get back. I've got an island to explore, you know. If nobody's seen me before, let me introduce myself. My name's Richard. I live inside this van that I've converted into a camper van. It's quite cool, and this is the vehicle that I'm doing this whole road trip in. It's nice to meet you. I got speaking to a couple from the Netherlands on that trip there, and they said they didn't know what Scotland was like until they saw my old Top Gear series that I did on this channel. And I went toured the whole of Scotland sort of thing. It was beautiful, they loved it. So they've booked some time to come over here. They've done the NC500, wanted to stay an extra month, so they have, and now they're on the Outer Hebrides. And it was absolutely amazing to speak to them. So let me know where you guys are from. I'm actually really curious to see how wide that audience goes. And don't you dare wake up. And you can move out the road too, buddy. There we go. What a stunning piece of scenery. Every blind summit that you go around, you don't know how sharp that corner is going to be. You don't know what the view is going to be like around the outside. And this is why I love the mountainous terrain. Every single corner has a completely different view. A quick left turn off that road onto one of the only main roads through the Isle of Lewis and Harris, and you start seeing snow poles actually climbing up the mountain range. I would love to see this scenery covered in snow in the winter months. What a breathtaking drive this has been. Check them out. They've got to be getting, they're elderly people, they're proper going at it. They're doing more than what I could do. But can you see that white sign just there in the distance? Well, that's where we're doing just here. And that nice waterfall just there. And that epic view just there. We're just about to cross the border into the Isle of Lewis, which is random really, because you do have the Isle of Harris and the Isle of Lewis, but they're not like separated by a loch or a sea or a river or anything. They're separated by one little sign up there. First stop just across the border, A-Line Community Walk, and it's this boardwalk stuff, just a lovely little loop around. The only reason I stopped here, on the pictures on Google Maps, there was a picture of a deer. A walk that takes you right down to the loch, loads of little different viewing areas, and let's face it, the best way to explore anywhere is on foot. And then look at this for a little viewpoint picnic area. How stunning is that? Right across all the mountains, across the loch. That is absolutely stunning. Next stop, one of the things that everyone keeps telling me I've got to go and see is the ornamental butt plug. If I recall rightly, it's the Prince Charles Memorial. So it's quite fitting really, isn't it? Now we've got a 31-minute drive across Lewis to go and see the Highlands standing stones. I've been told to go and see it. I must go and see it. It still surprises me that there is only one main road between the Isle of Harris and the Isle of Lewis, and on the whole set of island combined, there's only probably about 30 roads, if that. The majority all single track roads with absolutely breathtaking scenery. This is directly up the A859. There's a load of those sticking around, and I want to know what they are because I haven't got the foggiest idea. If you know, drop it in the comments. We'll return back to them slightly later through the video. We turned off onto the A858. Parked in Callanish and took a walk up the path. You can see them on the horizon, so it was a dead easy spot to follow. There is a car park at the top with a visitor centre, but I didn't quite think my van would fit up there. Now, I'm not religious in any way, shape or form, so I don't know too much information about these. All I do know is they predate Stonehenge. Is it mad that I've sat down here for longer than I was up there just watching the otters having a feed? I don't get the hype, but I'm not religious, and apparently that's quite a religious thing. Maybe that's it. 23 mile down a single track road to a whalebone arch. So I'm imagining that's the jawbone of a whale sticking up. I've seen pictures on Google Maps, it looks quite cool. Let's go and have a look. I took a wrong turn and I'm not complaining about it. I'll just do a 3-point turn here, but yeah, I ain't complaining. I tell you what, we'll go down to a beach first. A mile down this little track, there's one of the famous sandy, white, golden beaches. Because let's face it, the Isle of Harris and the Isle of Lewis are famous for their white, golden, sandy beaches. Luscontai Beach down in Harris is one of the biggest and the best, the most famous ones down there. And up here you get Reef Beach, and there's just beach after beach of white, golden, sandy beaches. This is just one that I've not really heard of before, so we'll go down and check it out. Plus it's a little bit off the beaten track, so I want to keep an eye out for some deer. Starting to come into view now. They've run out of space for graves on that side, so now they're sticking them up on the hill over that side. Commonwealth War Graves. There's literally nobody down here. There's a little van back there that does the Hebradian tours, and it's got a group of a few people down here. But these waves are the biggest I've seen on the island so far. Oh yeah, look at that. Why go to any Caribbean island when you've got Scotland? How amazing is that? It's so powerful. Oh, moving back quickly. Wow, the beach is so steep as well. Look at the angle that it's going down at. That's probably why the waves are so big and so powerful. They're starting right the way out there. Ah, oh, perfect surfers beach. Why go to Cornwall when you've got this? To be fair, actually, I base myself out of sort of Cheshire area because that's where work is and stuff, and it's only 4.5 hours from there to Cornwall. This is 12 hours away. Yeah, wow. Literally nobody around, nobody at all. Dalmore Beach, you know that TikTok song? I think I'm just gonna wait here for a bit. Oh yes, please. Wow. Can't hang around all day. I tell you what, you really could spend quite a lot of time over on the Outer Hebrides and I'm only doing part of it. I'm doing Lewis and Harris and Lewis, whereas you can do South Uist and all around there as well. Anyway, let's go up to the whalebone arch. There's a wind turbine over there that's been blown over. And there's a field with some coos. They're not Highland coos, but they're fluffy coos. You want to know one thing I've not seen while I've been up here? Or for that matter, while I've been in Scotland itself? I've not seen roadkill. I mean, I travel all over the country. It's part of my job and I've got commitments all over the country. But Norfolk, you can't drive a mile down a road without seeing a squashed deer on the side of the road, or squashed badgers, or squedgehogs. You get the point. You can't drive without seeing that. Here, I've not seen one. Now, granted, there's hardly no cars up here, but I've not really seen that much wildlife. Granted, I've only been on the island for like less than 24 hours, but I've covered some distance while I've been doing it. 58 miles today so far. There's another beach all the way down there. That one's got a castle on it. I'm not carrying my big keys down for that little walk. I'll just leave them there. Screw it. I'm parked up just at that building there because there's a big car park, a little path down the road, and it's about 100 yards down this road. I'm kind of hoping. I've only ever seen one whale arch jawbone thing before, and it was Whitby. And if you've been up there lately, you can see how sort of decrepit that's got. I'm hoping it's a bit better than that. It would be so easy to just start off-grid life up here somewhere. It's so barren. Well, there we go. Whalebone arch. Look at that. Like, whoa. Quite a nice information board on that. If you ever get a chance to see it, go and see it. Read the information board. In 1920, a whale 80 foot long washed up on one of the beaches, had a harpoon in its head. So I'm wondering whether it was actually a narwhal, and it was trailing 50 feet of rope, so maybe it wasn't a narwhal, or unless that was a ponytail. I don't know. Obviously the case was, oh my god, look how big it is. What do we do with it now? Because obviously up here, sort of using every part of every animal that gets killed is sort of the done thing around here. So they've done loads of things, used all the blubber for loads of different things, used the skin for loads of different things, and the bones for loads of different things. Apparently loads of people have tried to buy that off the person. What they've done, it's the jawbone, the bottom jawbone, and they've covered it in fiberglass and resin to preserve it. I don't know if that does preserve it or just use the bone as a mould, but either way, it's quite cool. Right, now let's go up to the most northerly point in Lewis. It's called the Butt of Lewis. There's a lighthouse up there, but there's a beautiful walk that I want to do across all around the cliff edges, solely because it's one of the areas where you're most likely to see wildlife. Mammals, dolphins, Roscoe dolphins, super rare, fin whales, all that sorts of stuff could be up there. So I want to go for that walk. Oh, I've just seen Highland coos. I've just driven past a few coos. There's absolutely nowhere stopping though. Just check out how barren this landscape is. Wow. Cyclists have vanished though, thank God. There's some more Highland coos. Oh my god, they got baby ones too. We got some more cows with some babies. They're not Highland cows, but they're still cute. Lovely little old lady just finished the walk and she had a little map, so she gave it me. Then we get over this little puddle. So I'll run through that in a minute. She said about 4 mile long, could take you a couple of hours. Let's hope I don't get rained on. Again, just a reminder that all the pins for everywhere I've been will be in the description down below. But from what I can tell, it's a coastal walk right the way up to the northernmost northerly point. Yeah, it's a coastal walk up around the coast so that we could probably hopefully see some wildlife. The little old lady said she didn't see any mammals. She saw one seal and loads of birds. Just be nice to get out there. Well, I'm not going to see any sea wildlife and a surf like that. I bet you anybody there's dolphins and seals and everything surfing those waves coming in. Yes, look at how powerful that is. This is a memorial to 2 ships that went down out there. Wow. Oh God. So much for planned thunderstorms today. At this rate, I'll be topping up on my panda eyes. And there is the Butt of Lewis Lighthouse, the most northerly point in the Isle of Lewis. And like I've said so far, this is just a quick visit over here. Doing everything in a day. I'm not going to fit everything all in. I'll tell you one thing, I'm definitely going to be back at morning ferry early in the morning. So after here, I'm potentially going to find somewhere to park up for the night. Somewhere nice on park for the night. I've got a few ideas. And see what we see on the way there, I guess. But that's not for a few hours yet. We're still going to explore the lighthouse, do the rest of the walk all the way back down towards the van, down the other side of the island, which is apparently where the wildlife is going to be the most. How true that is, I have no idea. I've just walked up this little hill. What a perfect picnic spot. Just sit there and watch for wildlife out there. Wow. Or even better, on that point just over there. Ooh. That looks like a nice spot. Yeah, I can get up there. Looks like loads of others have already. Right, there. There. Nearly slipped there. Woof. I think I'll take myself on a solo picnic while here. This will make you think of something. All the way over there, you've got Iceland. All the way over there, you've got Norway. I am closer to both of them than what I would be to London. It's mad that, isn't it? I've just seen dolphins playing all the way out there. See the whiteness in the water? Are they going to jump up again? Oh, one just come up. That's really far out. Struggling to keep the zoom on this one.
Yep, the sea was a bit powerful today.
What? Does anyone know what these are? They are proper dotted all around the island. I must have seen about 100 of them. That was an amazing, fairly wind-swept hike. I hope I've not got more panda eyes. Let's go and park up for the night. This is possibly tonight's car park. We are next to a fairly busy road, but like as you can tell, that's probably the busiest road that I've seen on the island so far. If that gets too noisy, I can always move. Number two, if the midges become so bad because there's a river here, I can always move. The reason for parking here, the last review on Park for Night said, oh, it's a bit noisy next to the road, but we saw lots of deer, so that's what I'm going to go look for. That's such a nice walk. And it got like a couple miles down, it starts to go into like an industrial area for the village up the road. So I just turned around and started heading back. The sky looks like it's getting a bit gnarly, and I've got about a 25-minute walk back. I'm kind of always walking down here, and I feel like I'm being watched. But then again, in the foresty areas, there probably is loads of beady eyes watching me. Let's face it, deer can hear you before you see them. Plus, it's weird when it's so quiet, just like this. I mean, listen. It's amazing how you notice different sounds. I never noticed I walked so heavy-footed until I started coming up here. But I do hope this little adventure has inspired you to do whatever you want to do. Everything is possible. I must admit, I'll be coming back. There's a lot to the Outer Hebrides that I've not shown in this video, solely because I didn't have time. But wow, you've got South Uisk, North Uisk. There's loads of stuff down there. There's a cool campervan park up. There's like driving over sand dunes in down there. And you've got like the Muscantai Beach, Reef Beach, the Black Houses. There's loads up here to do that I've just not seen. Plus, I know for a fact there's a lot more wildlife than what I've seen. But we've got something special happening Saturday. It's, what day is it today? Thursday? Yeah, it's Thursday today. Saturday on mainland Scotland. Whale watching boat trip. I can't wait for that. I don't know why I keep cutting off half my head like that, but it is what it is. That is proper going to come down. Oh, I hope I get back before that gets me. But I'm quite surprised because I come here expecting loads of midges. But then again, the weather's probably knocked them on the head a little bit. There's loads of bugs. There is bugs. But I've not really seen midges. But that's why you always see me walking around with sleeves on. I'm going to have some food, get the washing up done, get myself sorted and in bed nice and early.
We're running a little bit late for the ferry. Good morning and welcome back to another episode from our island hopping adventure around the Outer Hebrides and the Highlands of Scotland. Today we're heading for the ferry back to mainland Scotland from Stornoway. So it's Stornoway through to Ullapool on the NC500. And we're running a little bit late, so we're in a bit of a rush. A, I hope we make it. B, I hope it's a smooth crossing. It was a chilly one last night. Welcome to Stornoway sign. Follow the sign for town centre. I'm in the wrong lane. Let's go straight over. Follow the signs for the port and the dock. Left. Let's go. Next roundabout. Follow the signs for the Ullapool ferry. Turn right. Both. Let's go. Exit the roundabout here. Straight down we go. Oh, there's the ferry port. There's a ferry. I don't know if that's the ferry. We've got to go left here. Oh, I think we've got to go left anyway. I don't know. Yes, last roundabout. Turn right onto the ferry port. Hold on. Why is the boat not even here? This is the check-in terminal. Why is the boat not there? Have I already missed the ferry? There's like no cars there in the line through that window. There's nobody in the office. Oh, there's someone flying around over there. I missed it. Let me just double check my tickets to see what that says. Friday the 6th of June. Check-in closes at 6:15. Ah, wait there. It's only 5 o'clock. I thought the check-in closed at 5 o'clock. It's only 5 o'clock now, and it doesn't close till 6:15. Maybe they're just not open yet. All that rushing for nothing. I could have stopped at the garage on the way and got myself some breakfast. Ferry's on his way in and we're still stuck at the gate. Nobody's in the office. It's like 25 to 6. Check-in closes in just over half an hour. Where do we go? What do I do? Have I found the right place? Is this the right place? I don't know. Oh, hey, somebody has arrived. There we go, straight in. Lane number 7. I'm the first one here, apart from that truck anyway. Granted, there is a massive queue behind us though. The boat is just docking. Is that how they get fire trucks over on this island? 55 plate one with no sign writing on it, just an old fire truck that's just come off the boat. So today's plan is an easy day, a nice chilled out day. We're going to get on the boat. It's nearly a 3-hour crossing back over to Ullapool, which is the start of the, well, one of the lower parts of the North Coast 500. And then to be fair, it's been a busy few days, rushing around and doing this and doing that. It's been absolutely amazing. So I'm tempted to have a chilled out day. Gonna go Tesco, stock up on a few bits out of Fort William, out of Ullapool, and then we've got a boat trip in a day or two further around the coast, just south. So I'm tempted to start heading south. We've got a few waterfalls we can go and hit, a nice beach park up, get parked up nice and early. Enjoy the beach if the weather stays as nice as what it is right now. Stornoway Harbour is supposed to be really sort of popular for spotting seals and stuff like that. I know this isn't the harbour, this is down the road a little bit, but still, it's well worth a look. Holy crap, there's a cruise ship coming in. Let's have a look for seals over this side, shall we? No. Bit of seaweed, that's about it. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, we're going into the front of the boat this time, check that out. No seals down there. Right, let's go. I can't see any speed limit signs inside the boat. Shall I do it? I can see some like ramps there, so they must drive cars up there and park them on the top up there. Not a cat in house chance am I going to fit up there. Now we all know I don't like going on these little things just here while there's cars the other side, so I wait for them to move and then we go in. Ha 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 ha. Under here? No way. Really? Is that going to fit? Right the way over? Oh, crap myself then. I must be lower than I thought. Let's go into the lounge, find a seat, and then we'll see where we go from there. Ooh. It looks like a bit of a newer ship. Very posh. Food smells thick. Deck 6, observation lounge. I want to sit at the front, high up, so I can see out some dolphins.
A 3-hour boat crossing solely to try and spot some mammals, some sea wildlife. Don't think we're going to do it. Looks like we're going to have a nice, flat, calm crossing. So before it gets a bit too choppy right out there, I'm going to go get some breakfast. Breakfast was a bad idea because there started to be quite a bit of a swell coming in. But it wasn't long before we were passing through the summer islands on the way into Ullapool.
And we're off! Welcome to mainland Scotland, Ullapool. 2 minutes later, we're here. 10 minutes later, we're back here. Let's go to a big gorge with a cracking waterfall and suspension bridge. And turning left or right on this junction puts us onto the NC500. You can see the sign up there. We'll get down to the bottom of here to the Ullapool Harbour and then we turn left. Welcome to the NC500. I would normally stop for fuel, but I've got over half a tank. I don't really need it. It's mad to think that I've used 3/8 of a tank of fuel and I've toured the whole of the Isle of Lewis and Harris. We're only on the NC500 for 12 miles, then we turn off. What a view. You just gotta love it, haven't you? And this isn't even like the top end of the NC500, this is the bottom. 20 minutes later, we're parked and going for a look around, I can't pronounce it. That place. Corrinoch Gorge. Top tip, they've got 2 car parks, one at the very top and then this one just here. They charge you a fortune directly over the road. There's a lay-by and it's free. Wouldn't mind paying for the parking if it was a reasonable price, not without its NC500 tax. The road that we're on is the Gerlach coastal route and that's what we're going to be working around. Covered myself in smidge. We're in the forest to start with. We've got a suspension bridge that's pretty cool. We've got to walk over. Massive viewpoint that walks out into the middle of the gorge where you can see the waterfall. It's quite a cool place. My second time here, so it must be good. Definitely feel the amount of steps I've done yesterday. Here on 30,000 steps. That may be not a lot for some people, but it's a hell of a lot for me. I'm a truck driver, remember? I spend my life sat on my ass. Last time I done this, I absolutely crapped myself. Just simply because you can feel it move underneath your feet. But as you can tell, the waterfall is here. No, that's not it. That's it. Directly underneath you. Look at that. Just a little more walk down the other side of the suspension bridge and you wait till you see the viewpoint. There it is. This is where you don't look down. You can see the ground start to drop off and you can start to hear the waterfall. And you look around and bang, there's the waterfall with a suspension bridge over it. Back on the Gerlach coastal road. Now don't get me wrong, if we didn't have this boat trip booked tomorrow, chances are I would have gone further north on the NC500 just because it is beautiful on that northwestern coast. Not far down here though, there is a waterfall walk. Now I want to check it out. There's no real path or anything by the look of the map, but it's going to be interesting to see. And it's just started raining a little bit. Look at that mountainous range just over there. That looks gnarly. Proper jagged summits and everything. Believe me, this top end northwest of Scotland is not to be messed with. This is such a nice road. Full on scenes every time you turn a corner. It's completely different. Wow, this is amazing. It's kind of got a Glen Shee kind of vibe to it because there's obviously roadworks. Like literally just one corner later and the view's completely changed. Just truly insane. This is a hell of a steep hill too. I'm proper having to work to get this down safely. Top tip on some of these steeper hills coming down them, especially up in Scotland because they are gnarly. Don't ride the brakes the whole way down, you'll end up with brake fade, especially if you're in a van or a motorhome that's over sort of like 3 ton. You'll just burn your brakes out the whole way down, you'll get down to the bottom and it'll be dead spongy, you won't be able to stop as good as you could do and all that jargon. Roll down in a low gear so it holds you back a little bit, and then every now and then when the road starts to level off a little bit or a corner's coming up, just slowly gently go on the brake just to slow you back down a little bit, then take your foot back off, give your brakes time to cool down before you have to reapply them again, and that tends to work. Oh yes, right next to the lock. That's so cool. So I parked the van just there roadside and there's 2 waterfalls along here. Number 1 is right by the roadside and number 2, I don't know how to get to it. We're going to figure it out when we get there. Shouldn't be a long hike because I saw it from the road. Whoosh. Yeah, man. Oh, there we go. Oh, it is a swell. I am not standing there. But there's that. That is pretty cool to be fair. Let's get up the top and just see. Ah, oh, there's the next waterfall. Oh no, I think it's that one up there. Either way, this is pretty cool. Look at that. I'm not going any closer. Like I said, these boots are crap with slabs. They're angled down. I'm going to go pop. That was stunning. Bit too boggy, but it was stunning. We're only 8 miles away from the beach spot where I'm planning on staying the night. I mean, I'm going to get down there, see what it's all like, have some lunch, have a look at the beach. There's a walk behind it and stuff like that. So it'll be the perfect sort of overnight spot for me. It's only early, but I just want a chilled out day today. But I'm fidgety, so chances are I'll see something further down the road on the map and I'll be like, yeah, let's go. There's a parking area coming up just up here on the right hand side. That is the scene for a film that was called The Shall or something along those lines. It's a film about a daughter and a father living out of a power station up in Scotland. 2012 it was out. I only know that because I've just googled it, but it's a bit useless information for you. You might find that interesting. I just see it as a good viewpoint. That's probably why they filmed it there. I don't know. What a view. That's just stunning, isn't it? Could Scotland get any better? It's exactly how I'd imagine the sort of like Canadian Rockies or something like that. Is that a thing? Canadian Rockies, or are the Rockies in Utah? I don't know. I got me little spot. There's the beach. There's nice walks behind. Highland Council Rangers just pulled up. Oh, we stood there. There's 4 tents pitched up right behind there. You can see they've even hung their clothes up on the wood and everything. So he's probably going to do something about that. Even though you're allowed to camp around, you get the right to roam in Scotland, so you're allowed to do that. So he's probably just documenting it, maybe. I don't know. Well, he wasn't here long. He took a picture, done something to the machine, and drove off again. Scotland is 100% van friendly. I mean, you hear all these stories about angry locals in the North Coast 500. You don't get that. If you follow the rules, don't park where you're not supposed to park, don't cause a nuisance, don't leave rubbish everywhere, you're going to be fine. You're going to have a great time. All the locals you bump into are dead friendly. Let's go for a little walk and a little look down the beach. Sightings, seals, dolphins, white-beaked dolphins, loads of birds, and looks quite good, to be fair. Let's have a little nosy. It looks like you might even be able to get around there. Literally, the van's there, £5 to park for 24 hours, and you got this walk here. And I'll be honest, I'm probably going to be parked here for quite a while. 1, I want to get some work done. 2, it's only 40 minutes to the boat trip in the morning, well, tomorrow, and that's not until 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. So, again, like Scotland beaches, I'm the only one on here. Oosh! Literally, the only one on here. This will be a nice little picnic spot later. Cute little bridge. Nice little river. Well, it's quite a raging river, to be fair. Goes straight out into the sea. Some proper gorgeous spots around Scotland. The ultra rare Deadest Crabio, or its common name is Upside Downio Crabio. They call this place Grinard Beach, I think it's called. Grinard Car Park. I was going to go paddle boarding. That was the plan of coming down here. I'll get the paddle board out and I'll go for a little go. Seeing the amount of dead crabs that are down there, that's got to attract loads of seals and sharks and orcas and things that are going to kill me, so no, I'm not going out there. Remember I mentioned there was a waterfall behind this park up? Let's go and find it. It's been chucking it down for the last hour. I told myself I'll do some work while it's raining. Yeah, I flicked through TikTok for an hour. It's lovely to see the glen just so full of colour. I'm colourblind, so it pretty much all looks the same colour. But you can tell the difference between like winter and spring, or summer, sorry. Is it summer? I think it is summer, isn't it? It was raining, so it's got to be summer. I wish you could smell it. It just smells so like fresh. And it smells dead sweet, like honey. Oh, it's fit. Oh, going over a stream. There we go. It's a bit tricky sometimes to traverse. I'm seeing horse prints up here. I have no idea how a horse is going to... Oh, God, nearly slipped. How a horse is going to traverse rocks like that. And that's not even the waterfall that we've come to see. That little dot all the way over there, that's what we're going to go see. Finding it quite a technical path because it's just boggy everywhere with loads of boulders. So I'm like stepping on the boulders every sort of 20 steps or so. I'll sat there and just start looking up because it looks like good deer territory. So I'm sort of sat there like, maybe I'll find a deer. You watch, Scottish wildcat will come outside getting me or something. There's another waterfall. It looks quite small on camera, but that's a good, what, 20 foot tall? 30 foot tall? It goes right into the river. And the view behind us. Oh, this is so nice. But the waterfall we've come to see is right in front of us. And it's mega. Come on, let's get a bit closer and then I can show you. Oh, the power of that. Whoosh. Ah. Look at how much water's coming down that. And the thing is, that's not the full waterfall. It goes right up into these hills up here too. The path sort of ended, so I've come back, but that's the bit I was showing you, and then you've got all this bit up here too. It's wow cool. Scotland doing what Scotland does best. Even the rain's different up here. But still, how picturesque is that? No complaints from me. Oh wow, the tide's come in loads. What a way to watch the sunset, or black off sunset. Just listen to that. That's Scotland. Oh, the Rangers back again. They really do patrol these areas a lot, don't they? Good morning. It's boat trip day today, and the sea is like a glass pond. It is flat calm. It's time for the coffee. You have no idea how excited I am for this boat trip, and how excited I am the fact that it's flat calm out there. Not so excited about the sheer amount of midges there is out there. I made the stupid mistake of, there's a bin just there, you can just see it. So I thought, right, I'll get rid of everything that's rubbish and stuff. I'll make use of it. I left my sliding door open for 4 seconds, and the van's filled with midges. Yep, there's another one. I'm going to catch them all. I'm going to ninja skill them. But what I think I'm going to do is have my last of my coffee and go for a little drive. Van Style Cup. Shout out if you ever need anything like stylish for your van. They also started to do a leisure range, so you can get these power stations, the Atom ESS. That's been valuable to me because I messed up with one big thing with this whole campervan build, and my USB sockets are built into the plug, so I need to have my inverter on for them to work. Obviously the inverter drains a bit of power, so I tend to leave that off. I just leave my plugs, my phone and stuff just plugged into that one down there. Plus, that Atom ESS has got a wireless charging port on the top, but it's got like loads of different USB-Cs, USBs, 4 different sockets down the bottom, Siggy socket over there, some more bits down there. It's actually amazing. It can run an air fryer and everything, so it's perfect for my needs. I just keep it as a backup normally, but I use it all the time. Anyway, they've started to do their awnings as well, so that's where I got my awning from. Van Style. Shout out to Van Style. Quickly demist the windscreen, say goodbye to this park up. Got a shop 20 minutes away. We're going to have a little nosy in there. It's just a local shop, stock up on a few snacks and some drinks and stuff like that. Then head off. I've seen something on the map, a World War II anti-aircraft battery.
I know what you're thinking, anti-aircraft battery. What is that? Because it's literally spelt battery as in a battery you stick in a remote control, so it had me curious. I had time to kill, so I thought, why not go down it? It's a long single track country road to get down there, and there's a few little beach spots on the way there, and there's a memorial, so I thought I'm gonna go. First stop though, I had to go to the shop. You got to spend your money locally. Breakfast time.
We have now got 8 miles on this single track road. I stumbled across this. I thought it was a passing place, but there is actually a sign that says parking. It's like a bunker of some sort with like a bench over there with a cracking view going across. I wonder if you can go inside the building. Is it a building or just like a rock? Oh, it's just a rock thing, I think. But look at the mammoth view with that amazing sound. That's just perfection. All the mountains in the background over there. Now I'm going to head back to the van. I want to get down this road. Jumping over a puddle. I want to get down this road before the motorhomers and general tourists start waking up and having breakfast and getting down the road. It's only like 9 o'clock in the morning. Normally they're up and about 10. And it's about a 20-minute drive to do this 8 mile. And remember, I'm going to be leaving the pin to all of these in the description down below. It's always worth taking these roads that are just less travelled. This isn't part of the NC500. It's the sort of true explorer sort of thing. The way I was confident enough to come down here, I went onto Google Maps and went onto Street View and just followed the road down and just to see if it was big enough for me to get down there. And it was. Make sure there was no real tight hairpin bends, because that's the struggle with this van, the VW Crafter. The front wheel drive has a really bad front steering lock. So I can't do like the Black Nabar, the hard not passing the Lake District,
Wow.
It's so nice just to check out the other communities that are sort of off the beaten track.
See how they manage to live out here. It'd be awesome to go and speak to a few of them and just sort of get to know them. Chances are, knowing me, I'd get to speaking to them and it'd turn into a 3-day trip, going out on a boat, helping them do the lobster fishing and all that sort of stuff.
Now granted, some of these houses and stuff are not going to be houses, they're going to be like Airbnbs and stuff like that. There's a beach just over there.
Someone's random horses just walking around the beach. It's like a cobbly gravel beach.
There's one and there's the other. If you are concerned about this sort of single track road, you get to see for miles. All you need to do is just when you get to like blind summits, tight corners where you can't see round, there's always going to be passing places. I mean, look, there's a passing place, there's a passing place, and then less than 100 yards up the road there's another 2 passing places, there's another one on the top of the hill. So you don't really need to worry about that. Just when you're doing something that's a bit sketchy, like the blind summits like this one just here, just take your foot off the accelerator a little bit, coast up. If you're going around a corner you can see a passing place, just nip into it if you can't see round it, and just sort of take your time. It's amazing how when you first come to Scotland these sort of things are really sort of sketchy when you're driving down them. You're doing 20 mile an hour. After you've been up here for a week, you're doing 40 around these. Granted, when you come to the hazards, you're slowing down for the hazards. Like I can't see over there, so I'm getting as far over as I can, letting off the accelerator and just gliding over. But there's a passing place just there. It's amazing. I don't know if you're going to see it, but I've just seen an awesome camper van on the beach down there.
I'm gonna have to check the map when I stop to see how he got down there, because that's a pretty cool view.
In the middle of nowhere, and there's a school just there.
And there's a bus turnaround point right outside the school, so that means buses come down here.
Something tells me they're holiday lets, because that is a stunning view right over there. Dude parked up over there, he's got a cracking little spot, hasn't he? Oh, it's an actual campsite. Wow, check that out.
To be fair, when you're sort of this far off the beaten track, these campsites tend to pop up. They're not online or anything like that. You'll see the odd one on Park for Night, and it is literally just a field with a gate. Somebody's called a campsite. It's normally got like an honesty box or something. You put your money in there.
Normally some sort of a farmer's field or something like that. Look at that white sandy beach. I can see a sign saying parking.
Methinks I'm going to go and park in here and have a little nosy, because there's a cool little mound that you can stand on and get to. So I'm going to have a look.
Oh, what about this? This will be a cool little park up, sheltered from all the wind and everything. Oh wow, seals, otters, gannets. What's that? Black-throated diver. Ooh. And that is the secluded beach with not a single person on it. Firemore Beach, and there's a path going down directly over the road. Cool little path. I want to go stand on that mound. Wow, that really is beautiful. So peaceful. And then I rock up with a camera. I'm guessing the way up it is bigger than I thought from now I'm down here. There's like a sandy path going up the side. I'm going to try that one. This is your sign that if nobody will go on an adventure with you, doesn't mean you don't have to go. Just go. Yeah, you may get wet feet every now and then. Oh, you may get a little bit lonely sometimes, but you get past those stages. You just get out and do an adventure on that day that you're feeling a bit lonely, and it works. This isn't a bad shout for just trying to waste a bit of time before the boat trip later. Oh yes, let's get up here. I can't wait for this boat trip. It's quite funny, I saw a video on TikTok. This is how influenced I get, how impulsive. Saw a video on TikTok. They've been out, they've seen orcas, because there's a few orcas out there. Minke whales, fin whales, sharks, basking sharks, dolphins, all different species of dolphins, even Roscoe dolphins, which is super rare. So I was like, yep, instantly buy it now. 100 quid, 4-hour boat trip. The trip's called Orca 1. I'll tell you more about it later. Then I saw a picture of the boat. Whew. It can get up close and personal to some of these animals because it's so small. It's like a 10-man rubber dinghy. I can't wait for it. It's like a little trailhead, just like a point here. Oh, wait there, what's that out there? There's something out there. There you go, see it popping up in the middle? That means there's life out there. This looks super sketchy. I'm gonna pretty much say anything can get down this road, even though it is tight, because if that truck can get down here, full Arctic lorry and a boat, then pretty much anything can get down here. Let's go for a little nosy, shall we? It's on top of that hill there. Already there's like ruins of a house just there. There's one just there with a piece of artwork on it. There's a few bits down there. I'm guessing that's where the military would have lived when they were up here. There's a sign, let's go and have a read. Firstly, look at that for a piece of art sculpture. That looks cool. Jesus, the size of the weapon, look at that. Lock U and its people played a pivotal role in the events of World War II between 1941 and 1944. The lock was a base for the Arctic convoy. That'll be why there's a museum down the road, to be fair. Is there anyone called Susan? You're gonna like this. Jesus, that's what it all used to look like there. There's so much stuff still here. All over the cliffs up there. Oh, I hope you can go in that building. The site is protected by law as a memorial. Let's have a little gander. Oh, you can look. Oh, wow. Jesus, look in there. And then the view straight out. There's a walk you can do from here all the way around the coast to another gun station over the other side of the lock. Yeah, that's a bit scary all the way down there. I think we'll stay away from that, don't you? Let's go and have a look in this, what I would assume is a lookout tower. I guess it could be from holding the weapons as well. Look like a big one. I don't know. I can hear a cuckoo. Ooh, this looks smart. It also looks a bit wet. Wow. Look at the view you get all the way down the lock and then all the way out to sea. That's mental. Oh, look how many more are over on that hill up there too. Let's go up there and see them, shall we? Oh, this is awesome. Check this out. The reason this lock is completely protected, it was the home of the Arctic Fleet, which was a World War II military boat fleet. There's an engine there. Maybe that was like the spares. This one's the highest one, so I'm guessing it's going to be the lookout. Yeah, that don't look sketchy, does it? But we'll go for it. Oh, oh, whoa. So yeah, this will be the lookout. That'll be where the telescope would have went, and you would have got a full view all the way down the lock and all the way out to sea. Plus, because this is higher than those two gun turrets down there, which we'll go down to, this can see whether they hit their targets. How cool is this? Let's go down to the gun house. Now remember on the picture on the board just as we come in, you can see the size of it. You wait till you see these. I mean, the building itself is massive, and then just round the front you see that and you think, oh, there's not much to it, but let me take you through it, shall I? Round the back over here, you've got ammunition stores down there. See that big round circle? That's where it was put on. And look at the view. Wow. The action that this place would have saw would have been insane. Let's go and have a look at that one. Goes to show how well built everything was back then. Just around the corner, another weapons house. Again, you've got the round circle just there to where the weapon was actually bolted down. The anti-aircraft weapon. Whoa. Yeah, I can see why they wanted to protect this. And there's another one of these over on that side too. Another lookout just down there. And then by the main lookout, you've got the memorial. If you've got a little inkling onto history, it's definitely something to add to your North Coast 500 bucket list. This is just off the North Coast 500, but it's definitely worth it. Right, so let's head down to this afternoon's boat cruise area. They've got a beach parking area just before that, so I'm going to stop there, probably have some lunch, have a little wander, and then head down towards the harbour, and that's where the boat actually leaves from, in Gairloch Harbour. Again, I'll pin this place in the description down below, so you can click on that and it'll send you straight there on Google Maps. You can pin it for the next time you come up. Wow, just look at that. Over that side you've got all the loch and all the mountains. That is stunning. Time for a little bit of food before we get on the boat. Parked in the overnight spot. And a little walk down to the harbour. A bit early for it, so I've left all my stuff in the van. I can always nip back up and grab it. The size of that jellyfish. I'm too excited for this. That's why I'm like an hour and a half early. But just down here is where it's going to be going from, so I just want to have a nosy. I hope it's not that little boat there, but I wouldn't mind that little quad bike either. And that there. It's a proper working harbour around here. Look at that. There's the boat. That one. That's bigger than I thought. All those big old fishing boats right down the back end. I bet they've got some stories to tell. The boat we're going on is the one that's moving the most, Jam. I've literally planned my entire week, come back off Harris, come back off Lewis, done everything just to make sure I'm in exactly this spot for this time. The whole week has gone around it.
and I went ahead and booked the wrong week. Fuck! No longer can I take the mickey out of the missus for doing exactly this.
But we live and learn.
On the plus side, let's just make our way around this part of the route and see what we come up with. Make a positive out of it. They sent me a refund instantly, that was a bonus.
I've got a stunning little like canyon road we're going through now. That makes up for it a little bit, doesn't it? Who would have knew I'd be annoyed for a minute and then boom, would have this. He's got a passing place. He said, there you go, you stop mate, thank you very much. Just look at all these mountains. That's actually really quite smart. It kind of has a Switzerland sort of vibe to it.
I wonder if I'll go to Switzerland and say, oh, this kind of looks like Scotland.
Oh wow. It's the different scene every single time you go around a corner. Try and perk myself up a little bit, make the best out of the situation, which isn't a bad situation really. There's worse. I'm going to come around the bottom most southerly part of the NC500 around Torridon. It's a part I've not done yet. There's a bit of wildlife down here that I've been told about that I want to go check out, and I'll go get a photo with the Black Nabar sign. I'm not doing the Black Nabar because my van, being a front wheel drive, it's got a really bad steering lock and it can't make some of the hairpins. I don't want to get stuck up there. Plus the road's beyond repair. It's a horrible road. Anyway, we'll go do that. And then, I don't know, the world is our oyster, as they say. I've got tomorrow, it's late in the afternoon now, but I've got tomorrow, and then I'm back in work on the Monday, back in the northwestern Cheshire. So I've got some time to kill. Although I am still like 10-hour drive away from work. Oh yeah, there we go. That was unexpected. Look at them cuties sat there looking at me. I thought they were sheep to start with. Look at those two there. Red deer. Oh, there's more down there. The heart has healed now. I had to pull over for this, didn't I? Look at them cuties. Wow. I had to stop for this view, didn't I? All those mountains, the cars pulling in right behind me, all that over there. You just got to be done. Well, this isn't a bad little spot to just sort of chill out for a bit. I'm going to sit here, work out what to do next, because the options are literally endless. I think I've decided on, what is it, Saturday, and I'm back in work on Monday afternoon. I've decided to start making my way back slowly, so I'm going to sort of head towards Fort William. I may go further towards Glencoe, see what it's like, but I'm 2 hours and 40 minutes away from Glencoe. So that might be a bit too far. It's now 5 o'clock at night. We'll see how we get on. I'm just going to keep driving because I'm enjoying the drive and see where we end up. Holy crap, I'm 85 miles away from Fort William. I did not think I was that far away from it.
People tell me I talk too much in these videos, so I figured I'm just going to let you enjoy the scenery a lot through this one, because it literally is that breathtaking. Let me know what you think.
I think I've come up with an idea, and I think it's going to be a good one. This is going to make up for the mess up I did earlier for sure, 100%. Only thing is, it means I've got a couple of hour drive through to Fort William, but it isn't really a bad thing. The scenery going through there is absolutely amazing. We go along the A87 and then turn onto the A82.
Not a bad wee park up, is it? Loch Lahinny. Well, you say it's not a bad park up, it's basically just a trucker's lay-by.
I've made it about 20 minutes before Fort William. I've always wanted to do the gondolas at Glen Nevis, but every time I've gone, it's either been winded off or cancelled. So
I thought, why not? The weather's not too bad. I'm passing. I may as well give it a go.
With this being the last morning in the Highlands,
I want to make it memorable. Hence why I wanted to do that boat trip that I messed up on.
oh my God, there's a little bit of snow up there on the summits.
Oh, I'm hyped about this. I can see the cable cars actually going, so it's on. Shitting myself. Looks like we've got some bad weather coming in though.
Here we go. The best way to get over the fear. Let me tell you that. There go the doors, they're closed. Now that one in front of us absolutely flew off. So is it gonna like fly us off as well? Oh God, oh no, it stopped us.
So I have a fear of heights. Not so much a fear of, no, is it heights? I don't know, we'll find out. But I definitely have one of exposure and being out of control while I'm up there, because I'm in no control over what happens. It's going to be interesting, but the way I got past it and got to here, I just didn't think about it. I said, right, I'm going to go and do that. Drove there, done it.
Here we go. I once went on a Ferris wheel, only a little one, at Blackpool Pleasure Beach with my son. I'm curled up in the middle. Oh God, that really is flying us out there. Jesus. Oh no. Nervous laughing's gonna be happening a lot through this. I could have picked a better one that hasn't got a scratched up screen, but yeah, this is sketchy. Yeah, I went on a Ferris wheel with my lad. He was 8 at the time, and I curled up in the middle near enough crying, and he stood on the outside going, ah, look at you, laughing at me. See that bar that's underneath? Yeah, I'm holding on dead tight. Ooh, we're doing, don't stop. Rocking, we're rocking, and we are stopped. Oh, right, just don't think about it. Proper swaying as well, look. Oh, we're moving again. Whee! So this place is called the Glen Nevis Mountain Resort. You can come up here in the winter and do some skiing. You get the cable car up and down as many times as you want. In the summer, it's made for mountain biking and hiking. You can do the hiking in the winter too. But, oh God, I've just paid £27.50, but I can use the cable car as much as possible. I've just noticed, I don't know if you can see, the cable car goes near enough straight now. We're about to hit that tree, actually. Whee! Yeah, the cable car goes straight, and then all of a sudden it just shoots up. That's gonna be a bit sketchy. The reason I want to come up here is 1, to conquer the fear, and 2, I want to have breakfast up there. Now obviously there's a misconception that this takes you up to the top of Ben Nevis, which is the highest mountain in the UK. It doesn't. This takes you up to Glen Nevis Mountain Resort. The main mountain range that Ben Nevis is on. It takes you a little way up there, and you've got a few viewpoints. I've never been up here, so I wanted to have a look. So that's what we're going to go and do. It's getting higher and higher. Oh, pretty. That's pretty. Don't look down. That's what I've just done back there. See, it's okay when I do that because I'm not physically looking at it. But there goes another cable car. Whoosh. Now the lady down the bottom said there's a couple of like mapped out walks that you can do that they've mapped out, or you can just go up there and just walk around like anything. I've got me map app thing on my phone. God, this is getting high now. It's been okay to start with because the ground level's been increasing the same amount as us, so we've not really been that far off the ground. But now we're getting higher and higher off the ground, and it feels like it's slowing down, and oh yes, that's a beautiful view. And I'm holding on for dear life. Now I'm filming this clip so that I can look down and you can see my double chin so that I don't have to look out the window. Ah, we are a bit high. Oh, my stomach's going a little bit now. Oh wow, just look at that for a view. I mean, it's hard to get focused because the plastic window's scratched out. Look at it over there. That'll be Loch Lahinny down there in Fort William. Yay, this is near the top. You were on that for quite a while. I'm quite impressed with that, to be fair. There we go. Cheers, buddy. Don't know how I feel about it. I just caught a cable car up a mountain from some 30 odd meters above sea level, so it is a mountain. There was another walk to the other side of the actual restaurant, and there's another viewpoint with another mountain summit down here.
That little peak over there is the next summit. Egg, I think it's called, or something like that. Back on, heading back down.
I'm quite proud of that, that's quite good.
Here we go. The doors have just closed and it's just a proper sheer drop off. There we go. Oh, crud. It just catapults you out, bashes you on these things to get you nice and level. Oh, and then, oh, Jesus, we're swinging. Oh no. Sing to myself, the windsock's blowing sideways, which makes it even more sketchy. But I do need to get back to reality and go and earn some more pennies to be able to get back up here again. The plan is to work for a year and then hopefully have 4 years off. It's all about saving. I've got to concentrate on that. I'm dead impulsive. I'll see something on like a video saying, oh, look at this, it's going to help your camper van, and I'm like, buy it now. There's the car park all the way down there. Then I've got essentially a 7-hour drive back to the northwest. When I get back, I've got to go to my storage unit, put some stuff out of my van in there, grab some work stuff that I've put in there, back out of there, ready for work tomorrow. Go do some shopping, get myself all sorted, ready for work tomorrow. What an adventure this has been. Starting off with Ben Ann, going round all the way through Glencoe, Fort William, down to Maliag. No, it's not Maliag, is it? Someone told me off calling it that. It's Malayag. There you go. Parking on the beach, getting blown off the beach. Ferries being cancelled. That awesome drive round to the Isle of Skye. All the little bits and bobs we did on the Isle of Skye. Then over to the Isle of Harris. Adventured around there. That beach park up. Oh, Hushinish Beach was absolutely stunning. Then we went all the way through the Isle of Lewis, stopping off at loads of beaches and the giant boat club and all that sort of stuff, all the way up the Isle of Lewis, right the way up to the top, which funnily enough is called the Butt of Lewis. Why is this cable car just brakes really hard and stopping right on the steepest part? Oh, we literally are stopping. Oh god, we literally are stuck. Then we come back over to mainland, done a whole tour of the south end of the NC500, which I've never done before. Then come back down to here last night because our boat trip got cancelled. We've just made the best of every scenario and I absolutely love the process. If you are new around here and you have enjoyed this series, make sure you do subscribe. I am trying to build up more of the adventure sort of videos on this channel because I don't really have a massive audience for that. And I want to show as many people as possible the beauty of the Highlands, the beauty of the Lake District. Thank you very much for watching this series. I really do appreciate each and every one of you guys. Peace out.